I got a battle with Numbnut today. I lead with Hater, he leads with Flygon. I thought he'd actually try to hurt me, so I went for a counter. How stupid am I? He runs away. Goes to his Toad, and I end up countering the Toad for like 60 something damage. So I Destiny Bond, seeing if he's gonna try to sucker punch or whatever, make him feel dumb. But he substitutes, and that's pretty bad on my behalf. So I go to Speedy. He goes for the sucker punch, does nothing. Speedy's gonna handle this guy. Now, with focus punch, I know Speedy could take that. It's pretty easy, I guess. Alright. So I use EQ, break the sub. Pretty straightforward so far. This match will get very funny later on. Alright, so he focus punches, and he can't stay in because he's just gonna die in here. So I know he's gonna switch, so I just go for the recover. And he brings in a Celebi. Celebi's kind of annoying for me because I'm not sure what moveset it has, so kind of retarded. So he expects me to switch, but to the wrong thing. So he goes for HP Ice. And then he switches out, so I go for a pretty obvious Shadow Ball. I don't know why he went to Flygon. And just a reminder for everybody, Scarfgon is garbage. I don't know why people use him. All he does is run away. If you can tell, that Fire Punch didn't kill me. And also, Hater has a lot of luck, if you haven't noticed in my last few videos. So he brings in Hippowdon, and I know he's expecting me to Destiny Bond, so I just switch out. And yeah, he slack off, which is pretty cool for me. So I Draco Meteor here, knowing I'm a one-hit KO and kill this fucking Hippowdon. I really don't care for hippos. Hippos are gay. Hope they all die. Alright, so now that the hippo's gone, that's a big wall I really don't have to worry about. Gives me a little bit more freedom in here. So he brings out a Suicune, which is ultra gay. So I switch out to my usual Suicune person, which is Dragon Ball. Forbidding they don't have HP Electric. So I'm gonna taunt because I know something's gonna come up here, like a Roar or another Calm Mind, or so I taunt for good reason. So okay, and I catch the Roar, which is good for me, horrible for him. So there's one Calm Mind up, and one Calm Mind up won't really do much to me. So I'm pretty sure he's going to switch out. So on the switch, I'm going to take advantage and set up. But he switches back to the Celebi. It's really hard for me to hurt a Celebi with this Gyarados, but I like to try anyway. So for me to be able to do any respectable amount of damage to this Celebi, I'm going to have to set up some more. So I go for a second Dragon Dance. He Energy Balls, which is going to do respectable damage, but I'm still going to be able to get some hits off on it. My usual tactic for taking down Celebi with Gyarados is just pray. Hit the waterfall and hope he flinches for once. So I hit the waterfall and still hoping that he flinches. Doesn't work, so he hits me with another Energy Ball. This is pretty much down to the next Energy Ball will kill me if I don't get a flinch. This is where the match becomes extremely funny. I go for the waterfall, still praying for the flinch, just hoping that it happens, because if it does, I could continue what I want to be a sweep. And he lands up flinching, which is so funny. And it got Numb very angry, and Numb is a very funny person when he's angry. So he switches out into the Horny Toad, knowing that I'm going to Waterfall, which I really shouldn't have, but I did. Alright, so this is another problem for me to take down with the Gyarados. So I end up going for Taunt here, just in case he tries to over-predict and go for a sub. Now I'm pretty free to do whatever. You know, I think a Sucker Punch will kill me from this health. I'm pretty sure about that. So I go for the Stone Edge here, and he switches out, which I don't know why, to Douchebag, and he pretty much eats the Stone Edge. Now I'm thinking my Gyarados really is not going to get this sweep, and I'm going to die right here. But I go for the taunt, expecting a Roar or something anyway. You know, people like to get a little fancy. But he ice beams and I still don't die, which is hilarious. 28 health. Gyarados is just ridiculous. So I waterfall. This is once again one of those moments when you just pray for the flinch. You just pray for it, and I actually get it. Sometimes I think my Gyarados has Serene Grace with the luck it gets. It's just hilarious. So now I just go for another waterfall, and this is going to KO the Swampert. And if I was Numb, I'd be pretty pissed at this point because this Gyarados is pretty gay. So right now I'm just laughing so hard at this when I'm during this battle. It's just hilarious. So he brings out the Horny Toad. He goes for a Vacuum Wave, which still doesn't kill me. I live with 1 HP. 1 HP. I do the Stone Edge and doesn't do much. Not very effective. So the Sandstorm's gonna kill me. Gyarados, after pretty much surviving everything, gets killed by damn sand. That's kind of gay. So the Horny Toad gonna have to deal with Speedy again, but he switches out. I expected to switch to Celebi, so I went for an Ice Beam. Nah, I was wrong. Alright, so I go for the Toxic here, but instead he switches back to the Horny Toad, which is gay even more. Alright, so expecting to switch back to the Celebi again, I go for the Ice Beam, and he goes back to the Suicune. Suicune is just so gay. So Ice Beam again, and now it's pretty much just me having to just keep going back and forth. But he thinks I'm gonna over predict or something, so he goes for the Calm Mind. But instead I Toxic and continue doing what I do. Toxic's gonna hurt him. Toxic plus the Sandstorm is not really gonna be good for his leftovers, so he won't last nearly as long. So I switch out knowing he's gonna Calm Mind again, thinking that Gastrodon really is not going to hurt him. So I go to Pimp, my Jirachi. Now my strategy here is pretty much to Iron Head and flinch him until he's done or poisoned out. So I Iron Head here. Don't get the flinch and he serves me, but I live. So I'm kind of happy. I'm confident the next time I'll get a flinch. So I'm not worried at all. A lot of switches in this battle if you haven't noticed. Well, at least by him, I'm just going straight forward. So I do the Iron Head again, hoping that he flinches, and he flinches. Yes, so pretty much this Suicune is going to be dead. I know it doesn't have rest, so yeah, so I'm pretty safe. So Iron Head again and KO it. So I'm feeling pretty good about myself because I know I have the game won. He brings out the Horny Toad, and I thought he would Sucker Punch, but I don't know what he's trying to do, so I just Iron Head and get it over with. So the Horny Toad is done. Then he brings out the Celebi, and I just Fire Punch it to hell, because I hate that little bug bitch. Damn. Alright, good game, Numb. 5-0 for me, ha ha.